Well, hey there. How are you doing today? I'm all right. I'm in need of a change. My life has been so traumatic. I've been thinking a lot about how I was before I received the blessings of Christ. I was a totally different creature before I read the Bible. I was just as much of a doomer as any other doomer. I was a doomer in life before the term doomer ever came to this life. A lot of people in the doomer community seem to be unable to fathom what kind of God would create a world with such suffering where an infant wakes up only to be put back to death, infantile deaths. What kind of God would create a world where people suffer and suffer and suffer and suffer to the point where that's their whole entire experience in life? Well, make no mistake about it. In heaven, God's love was so infinitely powerful that he allowed his angels to either accept his grace or rebel. And that high ranking angel, known as Lucifer, became jealous of God, and he began to think that he could gather God's essence within him and outshine God, to be greater than God. The greatest mistake of all. That's why there's a duality. That's why there's good and evil. That's why Lucifer and his 1/3 fell from heaven and were cast down to earth, where that serpent, the devil, also known and referred to as Satan, freely roams. You see, people want to think that hell is this life, but this life is just a middle ground where influences of hell and heaven both exist. You think this life is hell? Well, hell will be much more like hell than this reality. By no form of mental gymnastics did I express anything short of the truth to you. Because I am one to follow God until the very end, endless amounts of blasphemy, of attacks, of attempts from enemies, from principalities and wickedness in high places have been unleashed and haunted and taunted within my life from the very beginning. And if you are a child of God, one who belongs in heaven and one who will follow the Lord until the very end, the same will have happened to you in this experience, in this life. Do you understand how rare, how truly rare it is to believe in Jesus in this day and age? My message is simple, and my message is this: do whatever you have to do to bring yourself closer to the Lord, because that's all that matters. The enemy will never stop trying to attack you, and in my life, every time I put on the whole armor of God, the war always becomes heavier. And the curses that I experience in life are just downright unfathomable. You gotta trust God's timing. God has a plan for each and every one of his children. And it is because of your faith in the Lord that you will be set free from your sin nature. So don't give up. Don't give up no matter how challenging, how difficult, and how dark that road looks, because heaven will be that place. That place that we all hope for. That experience where there's no suffering, no pain, no devastation, no wickedness, but rather only beautiful experiences, only love, only purity. Animals get along with each other. You will be as an angel in heaven. We will be as equals. Everything will be made known to he who has faith, as this is being made known to me. As my experiences shape and mold me into a better Christian, at the end of the day, you gotta stand repentant. You gotta stand before the Lord, free from your former sinful ways. And you will. So will I. So will anyone who has faith in the Lord. So don't fear. God's going to work in your life to bring you the abundant blessings that are required to get you to exactly where you need to be in the kingdom of the Lord. I hope you all have a good day and an even better tomorrow. I'll see you in the next one.